Okay, why don't we go over the answers? So, using the rural equation, what does your Q25 equal? 1,800. Everybody get that, or about that? Okay, great. How about the urban estimate? What did you get for the Q25 urban? With the BDF equals 0.
1740.
1740. Anybody else get anything? Close it up with what'd you get? Okay, we got 1,700. It's probably just the calculator and the rounding off and stuff. Okay, great. And so, oops, BDF of 4, I just gave it to you. Take it away. What'd you get for a BDF of 4? So around 1,900, somewhere in there. And how about for a BDF of 8? 2,400. Well, isn't that funny? You got the BDF 8 right on, and you're a little high for the others. Oh, well, yeah, but for Q25 you got 1,735. Anyway.
Well, the 1900 I got 1966.
Yeah, I got 1967.
But you came up with 2,400. Just odd. Close enough though.
It's probably successful for me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay. So question 3, what is the most frequent watershed characteristic in regression equations? Drainage area. Yeah, drainage area. Great. So, number 4, what's the standard area of equation used in question 1? 41.3. And what does that suggest about the actual 25-year peak flow?
There's an 84% chance it'll be 2,500 CFS or under.
Yeah, 2,500. Yes, 84% chance. But in more general terms, we just put it out here, we're 68% sure that the actual value of the peak is within plus or minus 41.3% of the calculated value, and we are 84% sure the actual value of the peak is less than the calculated value of 41.3% plus 41.3%. So what that's saying is, do you understand how we, that's funny. It's not showing. Yeah. Huh. So what we're actually saying is, if we have we calculate a peak of 1,800 with that, what is it, 41.3%? So if we calculated that, we'd get the number, whatever it is, and I know it's
60.
It's what? If you calculate this number, what do you get?
1060. About 1060. And I got 175.
Yeah, but I mean, what's the difference in these two? It must be, what, 740?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and this one is 2540, right? So that's how you calculate your standard error and what the range is. So what we're saying, our 1,800 is our best calculation, but it could be within one standard error, and the peak could actually be 2540, or it could be over 1060, or anywhere in between. So we have a 68% chance that it's somewhere in this range, and we have an 84% chance that it is 2540 or less. Okay. And is that it? So what variables enter the 3-parameter urban peak flow equation? It's always area. Yep, BDF. No.
Rural flow.
Rural flow, yeah. Rural flow. Yep. That's what you saw in the equation for the urban equation. Well, yeah, from the rural equation, depends on which equation you're using, but for this one, yeah, you're right. Okay, what factors define the BDF? Channel modification,
Channel lining,
channel lining,
storm drain,
storm drain coverage,
urbanization.
yep, curb and gutter. Okay, everybody get that? Is BDF equal 0 indicative of a rural watershed? All the time, no?
No, not always.
So not necessarily.
Yeah,
Yeah, so why? Why or why not?
because you can still have a 49% urban watershed, or just because the way it's all laid out, you can have a bunch of urban land in the watershed, but still not over 50%. So it's still kind of, rural, but
Yeah.
but you realize that it is.
Yeah, because it might be lightly urbanized and the BDF would be 0, but that's not always the case.
Medium urbanized too, just if it's up to 49%.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also the way you divide that watershed into the thirds. You know, if you go a little one way or the other, you might have 50% on some one of these things. So, yeah. Okay, that's it for this.